blood shall run. There can be no power greater anywhere beneath the sun. Yet what force on earth is weaker than the feeble strength of one? But the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. It is we who plowed the prairies, built the cities where they trade, dug the mines and built the workshops, endless miles of railroad laid. Now we stand outcast and starving mid the wonders we have made, but the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. They have taken untold millions that they never toiled to earn, but without our brain and muscle not a single wheel can turn. We can break their haughty power, gain our freedom when we learn that the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. In our hands is placed a power greater than their hoarded gold, greater than the might of atoms, magnified 1,000-fold. We can bring to birth a new world from the ashes of the old, for the union makes us strong. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. If I
Welcome, budding radicals and curious reactionaries. I'm your host, Anthony Fama. Oh, I actually have a overlay. Overlay, there's my name and email. Yeah. So, I'm just gonna turn that off, because there's other things I haven't figured that out in, and I'm not gonna. I have more camera switches. Hey, look, we have a little zoom. We have a little zoom action going on. Look at that zoom. Hey. And so we've got a little romance lighting. I hope that's okay with everybody. It's not too much. It's not a line crossed. But yeah, so we're not going to do much news updates. I've been kind of focusing on other things rather than the puppet show and getting angry at that. So we're just going to do a live book reading because I haven't done one of those this week yet. So yeah, so this week we're doing Think It Over, which is an IWW pamphlet. And it's written by one of their members in the Portland branch. So I'm just going to get this audio ready to record over here. And we're just going to get straight into it and keep it short since it's late and I'm just making up a show. So I actually keep to task on what I said I was going to do. Unlike the Mental Health Mondays, which I dropped the ball on because of my mental health. But hopefully I'll get back to that soon. So yeah, let's get this recording started up. We're testing, we're getting signal. All right, so let's get to it. Think it over. The text from an introductory pamphlet written by a member of the Portland, Oregon IWW branch. Solidarity. Working people have only one real option in today's economy. We have to resist, with all our might, the big business program of further and deeper poverty for working people. For the first time in modern history, profits are going up while wages and benefits are going down. In the past, the two have always been tied, however unequally. Now the game has changed. Worse impoverishment and more of it is the wave of the future if we don't stand against the tide. The working conditions we see today in Asia and Central America are a good indication of the future of our own working lives in the Western democracies. Of our own working lives in the Western democracies. We have only one hope of fending off this tidal wave of misery. That hope, that tool, is solidarity. Every working stiff must stand up for every other working stiff, no matter where you live or where you come from, no matter if you are male or female, young or old, we must stand together. Every loss to any worker is a loss to all. Every loss to any worker is a loss to us all, and every gain by any part of the working class is a victory for us all. We must stand together. We must refuse to handle scab goods, to buy scab products, to cross the picket line. We must extend our hands across the borders and across the seas. We must support each worker's struggle as if it were our very own. We must support each worker's struggle as if it were our very own, because that is exactly what it is. Together we can win. Together we can make this world a better place to live, to raise our children, to spend our old age. Take a sip of water here. Direct action. Direct action can be defined as the use of any tool, tactic, or strategy that you can control yourself. It means using tactics which directly address your problem. It's straightforward and simple, and you can trust it. It succeeds or fails according to how good your idea is, how forcefully it is applied, how appropriate it is to the situation. Voting for candidates who promise to fix your problems for you is not direct actions. To strike, to slow down, to sit down on the job are direct actions. To symbolically protest for the purpose of getting press coverage in hopes that it will build support or sympathy for your cause is not direct action, no matter what the tactics of your protest may be. To walk the picket line with a fellow worker from a different trade, from a different shop, from a different nation, is direct action. It only takes the briefest glance at history to see that what is given to us can be taken away. It only takes the briefest glance at history to see that what is given to us can be taken away. The only gains we can hope to hold are those that we take and defend with our own hands and hearts. Those crumbs that are thrown to us from time to time by the rich and their government are always taken back. The government serves the interest of the ruling class and will always do so. We can expect the same from them in the future as we have gotten so far. A sop once in a while, perhaps, to confuse us and weaken our resolve, but mostly the boot, the club, and the clanging of cell doors. Direct action plus solidarity equals success. The only tactics of struggle and defense that we can trust are those that we, the working people, control. Direct action gets the goods. To defend ourselves, we need to stand together, and we need to stand up for ourselves. Every worker needs a union. In recent years, union membership has steadily dropped. It's no real wonder, given the bureaucratic nature of the union movement and the frequency of sellouts, that most working people today don't have much faith in the union. How could we? Nonetheless, the need still exists for a working class organization to defend and further the interest of the working class. Nonetheless, the need still exists for a working class organization to defend and further the interest of the working people at their jobs. That's a union. We need it. Nobody is going to stand up for us. The political parties will count our vote. The political parties will court our votes. The political parties will court our votes and our donations. But real money talks, and for now the bosses have the real money. They call the tunes in politics. Our only option is union. We need to build these unions right. We need to build them so that we can control them, so that we can trust them, so that they will serve our needs only, not the needs of the bosses and bureaucrats and political hacks. That means union democracy. It means recallable elected officials. It means recallable elected officials. It means recallable elected officials who report directly to the rank and file. It means that all important decisions are made directly by the membership. It means any job or action or strike is controlled by and settled by the workers on the shop floor. It means full disclosure of financial matters and rank and file control over the union funds. It means doing things very differently than they are done in the business unions. It means doing things the way we do them in the IWW. Union democracy. The unions that most working people belong to today, if they belong to any union at all, are among the most undemocratic organizations on earth. Officials are appointed, not elected. Settlements are arrived at behind closed doors and presented to the rank and file for approval. Maverick locals are put into receivership by the internationals. Union bosses are entrenched for life, never facing the possibility of returning to the shop floor, if indeed they've ever been there in the first place. Is it any wonder that union membership is down and workers' confidence in their leadership is almost non-existent? Is it a miracle that we are losing the gains we fought for in years past? Is it a surprise that the sellout and sweetheart contract, the union thug, and the wealthy union bureaucrat are cliches that all associate with the modern labor movement? While the militant rank-and-file organizer is seen as a quaint concept from a bygone era. In order to defend ourselves and our families, we need to join together in unions. We need our combined strength to face the rich and their government. We need the union, but the union we need is a democratic union. How else will it defend our needs and not those of our bosses? How else can we control our own struggles, choose our own goals and our own issues? We need democratic unions, rank and file control, and shop floor direct democracy to fight our fights. No union bureaucrat ever stood up for the workers, and none ever will. We have to stand up for ourselves together in democratic union. If we can't control our union and its leadership, then we cannot trust them. It's that simple. Then we can't trust them. It's that simple. I'm going to do a little funny thing for this because wobble is a verb. Oh, wobble, wobble is a verb. Wobble. All right. Enough silly stuff. Wobble is a verb. The essential value of a union lies in what it can do, what it can do for you and yours, and for your class as a whole, what you can do with it, and how you can use it to do what you need to do. To do is a verb. Action is what we're talking about. How you can use it to do what you need to do. To do is a verb. Action is what we're talking about. When we come together on the job to address our common problems with the shared strength of our common action, we are doing something. We're not talking about it. We're not talking about it, though that's important, and we're not seeking publicity and making a big show of it, though those things can be valuable in their place. We are acting on it, doing. We are the subjects, to put it in grammatical terms, and the problem is our object, upon which we, in common activity, act to change. That's action, a verb. In the construction trades, the verb wobble. In the construction trades, the verb to wobble is commonly used to describe a group action that seeks to address a problem on the job, a problem with the boss, as on-the-job problems tend to be. To wobble the job is to walk out, slow down, or all go to the boss for a chat on work time. To wobble the job is to walk out, slow down, or all go to the boss for a chat on work time. Straight up, to come together, address the problems by direct means. That's what it's all about. It's happening all the time, all over the place. It's a necessary part of daily life on the job. You can do it too. You and your fellow workers on your job can wobble the situation to make it better. That's job control. And that's the thing we need to establish and protect for our own safety and health, to ensure good compensation for our precious time, for fun and profit, and relief from the boredom and loneliness that pervades our lives in this modern workaday world. The key to good wobbling is union. That's small union, meaning cooperation and concerted effort amongst fellows, people with the same needs and circumstance, i.e., the people you work next to day after day, i.e., the people you work next to day after day. Alone we are weak and ineffectual. Together we are awesome and in our power. Together we are awesome in our power. We have only to organize this power and to wield it for our common good, to make this world a better place. Together we can win. We just have to do. Verb it. Let's act now. All right, I'm going to take a quick, short little break. Catch my breath here. And we've got a good chunk more to go. So let's see where we were. I'm going to stop the recording real quick. You know what? I'm actually going to just stop it there for tonight because I did my job of doing the thing. And we're going to pick up this recording next week. And yeah, we will see you on Sunday. And that's the wrong window. So I want to thank anybody that joined us for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and tell your friends before they ban all the really cool stuff from YouTube. I should be doing this. Goodbye, jingle dangle song, like and subscribe.